So, white people are injecting themselves with melanin shots. Go look up MT2. Basically, it's a synthetic peptide and it has the natural hormone of melanin in it. It helps them with their libido, to reduce their appetite, and to quote unquote stimulate deeper tanning. Okay, so you can't make this type of stuff up. Now, do y'all hate us, love us, want to be us? The infatuation is crazy. And it's really crazier because majority of these people that I'm seeing in these MT2 videos are also deeply racist. At this point, it has to be a mental health disorder because what are we doing? What's crazy is they want our skin complexion, but they don't want our blues. They could never live through the black experience in this country or anywhere around the world for that matter. But y'all, look at all of these pictures and videos. Like this stuff is really real. So initially when I seen this, I wanted to laugh because the hypocrisy is crazy. You really want to be us. But then I started to realize that this is extremely concerning because if they're getting these melanin shots off the black market, where in the world do you think that they're getting the melanin from? I give y'all a few seconds to think about that. Now, it's a whole bunch of black people that have gone missing. It's a whole bunch of stories about black lynchings and black people being found dead but being stuffed with paper because our organs are gone. Y'all, we're being harvested. But like they say, melanin is more precious than diamonds and gold. Y'all stay safe out there. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about the story.
Melanin is the key semiconductor in all of your clients. And you need to do everything possible to make sure that their melanin sheets in their head and on their surfaces are pristine. Then you get a perfect athlete. That's how the Sherpas do it. And when you understand how the performance works, you're going to begin to realize that you don't need to have huge muscles to be superhuman. You're going to be able to do the things that we used to hear, the stories from the American Indians, that they could run as fast as buffalo. And, me and Chris probably listen to these stories and go, yeah, whatever. I actually used to think it was BS. I don't think it's BS anymore. I've actually seen too many athletes over the last 20 years do things that people tell them are physically impossible to do by changing their training routine.
So let me get this straight. People are now injecting themselves with a peptide called MT2 to get the exact same brown skin that women have been told to bleach off their bodies for centuries. Someone make that make sense. And here's the part that we should all be concerned about. MT2 is a synthetic version of a hormone that tells your body to produce more melanin. It's not FDA approved, not for tanning, not for anything. So what people are injecting is unregulated. No oversight on the purity, no oversight on the dose. And the side effects, I'm talking nausea, blood pressure changes, and here's the most concerning one. It darkens your moles and can change them. And dermatologists have flagged that because changing moles are exactly what to look out for with skin cancer. People are risking that for melanin. For melanin, we were told to hide. Here's what I know. My grandmother stayed out of the sun. My mother was handed Fair and Lovely before she was handed a diploma. We were told to marry someone with more fair skin. We were told to wear lighter colored makeup. We were told to never let melanin win. A whole industry was built around convincing brown women that the skin we were born in needed to be changed. And now it's a needle, it's a trend, it's a vial with no FDA approval. But let me tell you something that the marketing team won't. The brown skin was never the deviation. The brown skin has always been the standard. We have been glowing in the sun while the world told us to hide it. So let me be clear about what's happening here. The same skin you sold us creams to erase, you're buying needles to fake. The brown skin girls didn't change, the story did.
Honestly, makes no sense. For years, people with darker skin tone have dealt with racism, colorism, discrimination, and endless comments about their appearance. But now we are living in a time where People are deliberately trying to make their skin darker using tanning injections, peptides, and other products. It's one of the biggest contradictions I've ever seen. So let's talk about the double standards within our society, and this is crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. So yeah.
So if you take melanotan, you are microdosing a tan and macrodosing a cancer risk that you cannot undo. That's not a glow up, ladies. That is a gamble with your largest organ. Melanocytes are the cells that produce pigment. They are also the cells that become malignant in melanoma. So melanotan stimulates these cells to proliferate and produce more melanin. So you are activating the exact cellular machinery that skin cancer hijacks.
That white girl who's going viral right now for being so tan, I think that's that hormone that you inject that makes you tan, the peptide. And to me, it's never worth it. It's never that serious. Like, I don't want to inject myself with something just to be that tan. That's what the substance is about. Like, yes, I'm pale. Would I like to be more tan? Yes. But even with peptides, how everyone is so okay with buying something online, I don't even think peptides come up from a pharmacy. I think you buy them online just from like random stores. And you just inject yourself with it. And everyone's just injecting themselves with peptides to be more beautiful or more radiant or more healthy. But we see food recalls all the time, like at grocery stores. Like, oh, the factory's mistake. There was glass in the food. Oops. Well, what happens when this peptide that you bought from some random online store has something in it that shouldn't be in it, and now you've injected it directly into yourself? Is anybody else worried about this, or maybe I'm overthinking?
All right, Jimmys, guess what? It's time to yap, and it's also time to inject. We call this a gymjection around this household. We got some Glow Formula, BPC, TB500, and some fucking, what's the other one? GHK copper, okay? We're taking this to reduce systemic inflammation. BPC 157 already exists in the gut, and so we're just upregulating those hormones to produce more of that good shit. Nothing's weird here. We're in the mix, buddy. We got Hyrox in like 4 days, 5 days. Running around these streets like a fucking elephant looking for their calf, bro. Legs are sore, but this shit is getting me fucking going, dude. So we're about 10 days in. We're feeling pretty good. Truthfully, I've had like yellow recoveries on Whoop for the last 10 days. And if you've had a 10-day streak of yellow recoveries, you know, what the fuck's going on? CNS, wake up, buddy, okay? Nerve system is fired up because it's focusing on my gut and the areas that need help, because truthfully, I've kind of been feeling like pretty sharp and mentally there, and having like decent training sessions. So I'm just like having trust in the process that the BPC is going where it needs to. So nonetheless, we got the self-injection. We're going for a little blast here, right on the upper deck cheek, okay? And that's that. This is how the days are going. Little pokey poke. Ooh. Oh yeah. Like nothing. Okay? God, it's something about it when you do that. It's just like, it just reminds you of like Pain and Gain or like The Rock or something like that. Like, this is how the guys used to do it in the 70s. Hey, muscle beach, just fucking blast one in you. Anyways, we're gonna shut this down. That's the process. That's why I'm taking it. Just wanted to flow for a bit. Gotta get the posts up. That's it. Let's go.
I just wanted to come on here as a postpartum 32-year-old mum and remind you, you do not have to inject yourself with peptides to feel good in your skin. I obviously am 32. I've just had my first period back from having my second baby. I do have forehead lines when I exaggerate too much, which I do. But look at my skin. It's healthy, it's vibrant, it's glowing. I feel incredible in my skin. I'm not striving to be a poreless, wrinkleless, expressionless 18-year-old. I'm 32, I'm a mum. I need to show expression for my children. And we can age gracefully with natural skincare instead of injectables, hectic peels, regular facials. It's just not essential. And I think that women need to remind themselves that they need to see more women with real skin at their age, at their stage of life.
I just heard that them pink people are injecting themselves with a peptide to help the melanin production in their body to help them look browner. The melanin production. A peptide. You're stabbing yourself with something that I doubt is approved by any agency with the 3 letters to be browner. That's, oh my God.
I just need to leave these white girls who are excessively tanning alone. They're gonna naturally select themselves out by way of skin cancer. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's evolution taking its.
You know, I'm actually starting to get a little tan.
Oh, nice. Let me see.
I hate you.
There is no such thing as a safe tan. A tan is your skin's response to damage. When UV rays hit your skin, they trigger cells called melanocytes to produce more melanin. And this is the pigment that makes your skin a bit more dark. And this is an attempt to protect your DNA from further damage. But by the time that you have tanned, the damage is already done. And this is why sunscreen matters. It reduces UV exposure, this lowers your risk of sunburn, skin cancer, and even premature aging. And that means wrinkles, fine lines, and even uneven skin tones. It's important to use a broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher, and you need to apply it 20 minutes before going outside and reapply it every 2 hours, or straight after swimming or sweating or toweling. And make sure you use enough because most people under-apply sunscreen. My skin doesn't really ever burn, and I still use factor 50 liberally. Remember, sunscreen is not just for when you're at the beach. Daily use, even on cloudy days, can significantly reduce your skin aging and your lifetime risk of skin cancer. And as I said at the start of this video, there is no such thing as a safe tan.
Oh, for generations, Black people were mocked, excluded, and treated as less than because of their skin color, and darker skin wasn't celebrated. Like, it was used as an excuse to discriminate. And even today, people still experience racism because of something they were born with. Then suddenly, darker skin becomes a trend, and some people are spending thousands or even like they're spending hundreds and even thousands of money trying to achieve features that other people have naturally. They want fuller lips, darker skin, curly hair, and sudden facial features. And the same features that people were bullied are now being marketed as fashionable. And that's where the conversations get complicated. It's interesting how society often rejects something until it becomes profitable or trendy. Then all of a sudden, everyone wants it. It's no longer seen as too dark or undesirable. Now it's called exotic, beautiful, or unique. But here's the difference. Like, someone can choose to stop using a tanning product. They can decide tomorrow that they're done with that look. But a Black person doesn't get to take off their skin at the end of the day. They still have to deal with the stereotypes, discrimination, and prejudice that haven't magically disappeared. And that's why many people see this trend as more than just fashion. They see it as benefiting from the aesthetics while avoiding the reality. And honestly, that's a conversation worth having. So, what's also surprising is that some of the loudest voices against Black people or immigrants sometimes admire or imitate Black culture and Black fashion, Black music, Black features. It's so confusing. And if you dislike people because of their race, why are you trying to look like them? Why copy the very things you have once criticized? And it shows that sometimes the issue was never really the appearance, it was the people. Like, history has shown us this over and over again, and cultural trends are often borrowed from communities that weren't respected until those same styles become popular somewhere else. And that doesn't mean every person who gets a tan has bad intentions, but let's be honest, it's crazy. And of course, most people simply enjoy like looking sun-kissed like the Black people, and it's okay. But you can be all these things, but why do you disrespect and why do you abuse the people who are born that way? Why are you so dramatic when other people are naturally that way? But when it comes to you or your friends having injected them with themselves with all these stuffs, you see them as, wow, they're so beautiful. And you look at a Black person and you're like, oh, I want to vomit, And that's That's crazy. And there's a difference between enjoying a tan and trying to imitate an entire racial identity, because people are just putting these peptides and this tanning themselves and they become darker. Like I've seen people darker than some of black people's skin tones, and I'm like, oh my god, what is that? And it's crazy because people need to be careful, because all these products right now you're enjoying them, but you do not know the side effects of it, which can also be cancer or something else. Just love your skin. Just love your skin and stop being so unkind. Like, you people are so unkind, but you still want to look like black people, which is so crazy. And the same society that once made people feel ashamed of their natural features often end up celebrating those exact features once they are worn by someone else. And imagine being told your whole life that your skin is too dark, only to wake up one day and see people paying money to achieve the very complexions you were criticized for. That's a strange reality. And the lesson is like, it's so simple. Like, instead of only appreciating certain features when they are fashionable, we should appreciate the people who naturally have them. Like, beauty shouldn't depend on trends or who's wearing it. Respect shouldn't suddenly appear because something is popular. At the end of the day, every skin tone has value, every culture deserves respect, and if you're going to celebrate diversity, that celebration has to include respecting the people, not just borrowing to look, to look like, not just borrowing the look when it's convenient. And that is a really sad conversation, because it just proves that this world is, it's crazy. But thank you so much for watching this video up to this point, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.